Okay, I want to say hi again everybody, it's me, Wushu Richard. I'm outside in the basketball field with another quick simple video for you here today. And in this video I just want to really talk to you a little bit about locks, okay? I know a few people that have been kind of interested in locks and things. Now, some people know that I do practice some various locks, and that comes from my understanding, like basic understanding of Aikido, okay, and Hapkido, and things like that, okay, and then also things that I've picked up along the way from different schools. And then, as I say, you'll find various locks and traps in Wing Chun, Tai Chi, okay, various Tai Chi locks. There are locks and throws and things, and even Bagua, even Karate. I think a lot of martial arts have some forms of locks, whether it's like wrist locks for self-defense, wrist locks and stuff. Or how to get out of a grab or something like that, or how to incorporate that into grappling too, and things like throws and things like that. So anything like locks, like arm locks, wrist, shoulder locks, finger locks, okay, anything like that, even traps with the legs. You know, there's different things like neck stuff, but I'm not really into. You know, I'm not trying to break a person down really, but I'm just saying, you know, self-defense though, right? I'll mention again, all that training is like part of martial arts, you know, as well as just the striking, okay, blocking and striking. I want to say it's a cooler day out here today. It's a very nice day to be out. It's not really burning hot heat because we've had like some rain the last couple of days, and there's some work going on over the back there. I can hear people banging, but it's nice to be outside and getting into fresh air, you know. I'm making a few videos. Anyway, back onto the topic, Rich. What I was saying basically is thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy what I share. Just humbly from my little bit what I know. I want to say, when it comes to locks, okay, I really can't stand, first of all, I can't stand the idea of hurting somebody really seriously and badly anyway. For self-defense, that's the thing. You need to hurt someone a bit to save yourself from worse, you know, whatever. Then, yeah, by all means, I support that when I have to. Self-defense, protect yourself, you know, of course. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to locks and stuff, right, there's a line. It's like you get soft, absorbing motions, but then you've got something with a tight grip on it. When you go into a lock, you're talking about getting someone into a position, like when their arms in a certain position, you know, finger locks, wrist locks, arm locks, your shoulders. It's good to restrain. You get restrained. You see the police doing that, and armies and stuff, time the police. But what I'm saying is, it's good to restrain, to control someone who's out of control, someone who's an absolute violent person. They're trying to put their force and pressure on you. If you're able to, I mean, get someone down in a sweep, take them down, get their arm in a restraint, or if you're able to, like, you know, get them locked up in some position. Going with the leverage and the flow first of all, which you have to, because you can't fight force with force, especially if you're a tough guy. If someone's coming in, pushing you, let's say, and you go with that flow with circular movements and then absorbing it in, and if they're pulling and you push in, and you go with the flow, and then you trap them when they're at their vulnerable point, when you feel it, and their balance and everything, from top to bottom, you get them in a position where they can't move from, or it's very hard to. And if you're very good with your locks and you're able to flow from lock to lock, like different changes, or, you know, like that will make you a much better grappler and good control of the opponent, you know. Because if their hands are loose and they're flying all over the place, coming at you, striking you, you've got to keep covering up, putting your hands up and guarding against that, and then trying to strike back in. You know, if you can't run, then that's all you can do. So when someone's grabbing on you, for me, I've always felt that it's a good thing, no matter how tough they are, especially the more I've improved. It's like, then they're trapped, almost. If you understand something about various locks and you know how to keep them to you, regardless of if they're grabbing your wrist and then you grab their wrist, or whatever you see, or they're grabbing your body and then you grab onto the arm, whatever, and you're able to go with that flow, maintain the stick. See, it's like sticky hands again, or Tai Chi push your hands, or Wing Chun sticky hands. It's all good. Some of the drills they're doing, feel the maintain that stick. It's like if someone's grabbing you from behind or from the side, putting their arm around you, and they're trying to wrestle you or get you into a headlock or whatever, but you're a bear hug, and you know how to stand your ground, okay? Okay, and then you know how to. You might know some various throws and things and self-defense, but you might not be like able to like, get it every time and get them on the right position. But what I'm trying to say is, if someone is grabbing you from behind like that, and you understand, see, then you'll be able to go with the flow. Let's say someone grabs me from behind here, from over my shoulder, someone on my this side, and they come around like this, I could sink my weight. Let's say if I can feel that I can uproot them, see, because I'm stronger in my lower stance, I could hit them low, I could grab their arm, I could put my arm underneath his arm here by his shoulder, grab that, go down into a lock, and the guy will be like, that is, I know it's like, just hypothetical in this video, but I'm just saying, like, if you understand things like various locks, they work, and the thing is, you can't do a shoulder throw, a hip throw, whatever kind of lock or anything like that, grappling and locks. Just a simple talk, okay, for you guys, just saying from my opinion, you can experience, you can't do that stuff if someone's a mile away, or if someone's just shooting their arms out, punching. You can't just grab someone's arm that perfectly and go into a lock. I know you see very good application by martial arts experts and so-called experts too, but you see people in the classes and stuff, or people doing demos where someone does a punch very fast, and it's like still robotic, like you see this fast, and the person just comes up, grabs the arm, goes straight in and gets it. Oh, they're a 55-degree black belt or whatever, and their teacher was the great famous or whatever. You know. I know, right? And yet you can go in and work this stuff and do really good to it to a certain degree. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you can't do it from a mile away. It's got to be when they're actually grabbing you, right? When you feel the force, when someone's coming at you, so they're trying to push you down, and then you let that go, and you can, let's say, go under that arm, let's say, for example, or over, and you go with the flow. Someone pulls my arm, and I go flying in with my knees to him, or I step behind his foot and go with that, I push him. So he goes flying over my foot. He goes in the direction that he's falling. I've told you before that in sticky hands, the same thing. That if there's a door, let's say, let's say a door, and if someone pushes, let's say if you were to push a door with both your hands and lean all of your weight on a door, and there was nothing behind the door, then you would go falling through, right? So obviously you don't do that. You feel your feet balance, your posture, and you just use your arms to push, right? You don't put your whole balance off. It's the same with pulling a door. Can you imagine if you were to pull a door with all your power, open it, and if someone was behind you and they just let go of the door, or you know, or even nobody was holding the door, and you just pulled the door, you could go falling back. That door would fly open and you would fall back. Or the handle might come off. You see what I'm trying to say, right? So we've talked about this kind of pressure stuff before, okay? I'll give you another example. It's the same with locks and stuff. If someone's grabbing your wrist, you can't just necessarily get them into a lock and try and put them down on the floor. No, you've got to understand about whole body structure. And it's like, if someone's got you in the pushing in one way, you need to know how to flow, absorb soft things like the wrist there and know how to go with it. The strike and stuff. See? So you go there. So when we're doing all this pushing hand stuff, when you see two people with their hands together and they're flowing with their whole body, or like Wing Chun and a sticky hand, two hands together and you feel it, that's not for a joke, that's not for a in real life, you're going to get together with someone and street and do that. I'm not saying you're going to do that. I'm saying when someone's coming at you to grab you like that, they're coming at you. I've had it before, it's happened to me in my life. I've been mugged and robbed, I've been bullied when I was in my childhood, I've been mugged, I've been attacked, and things happen to me. So I'm saying that if you were attacked by one or more people, or it's a big tough guy, it can happen to women too, anyone, if someone's trying to rape you, I'm saying, if someone comes at you, what do you do? Just say, oh, I've got nothing. I'll just throw a few strikes maybe, and the strike can get them off, yeah. But it's like, you say, oh, I'm just going to leave it. You say, no, that's not quite, that's it. But you can't go forward with force, you just can't. If you get one little guy, and one little skinny guy, or someone like me even, and we get together and we do arm wrestling on the table, you know what I mean? Or we just stand there and just say, okay, push me out of the way. I can't push the guy out of the way, I can't move his arm, I can't do anything to him. He can throw me around like a ragdoll and snap me up, that's for real. But if I start applying my martial arts to him, he'll go slamming, smashing through that table. And if I start applying my knowledge of boasting, but my basic knowledge of these soft arms, like Wing Chun, sticky hand, touching, all that stuff, and he's trying to use all of this force before me, just like that door, and I go in, and it's like the door's pushing him back. I just send him flying. I'm not boasting, I'm just saying, if I push him my shoulder, don't let him go, he'll fall through. I'm like the open door. knee him on the way, chuck him on the way, strike him to the open area. His arm is going to go past me, and that's going to leave his ribcage open to the side. So whenever you're like doing boxing and you're bobbing and weaving and you're sliding past, slipping those jabs, or you like circle stepping out the way, that is the same as more or less as the guy actually holding on to you. And you're like, he's pushing you, you're feeling it as you're like letting it go. You see what I'm trying to say? If someone's leaning like this on their foot, you can push me over easily, right? So you might not balance it up on my foot here, and you push me, now you can't. So if I'm leaning over here, so you need to know your whole circle. So when you understand locks, you can't just know about locks, you've got to know about softness. And you've got to also know about, you can't just know that either, sticky hand. If you don't have a good root, which is why I always say bend your knees and understand step and understand root up, balance. If you don't understand that, as in your muscle memory and trainer, then it's going to be like, can you train but it's like, should you do that? It's like, yes you should, but it's like, really it's best to train it all together. Don't train sticky hands and then try later on try and fix your footwork. Or don't train locks and then later start to try to understand how to be soft. And then don't do all of this stuff in a daydream and just think that's one thing and then real fighting's another thing, and you like in the real fight you tense up in a real fight and start touching. So I mean, you've got to make it so it's a fighting art to really do it. Real true Aikido weren't messing around in the ancient day when someone's coming at you. And you're going into a lock, you're so soft, but your intent is hard, it's win, it's focus, and deal with that energy that's coming at you and defend yourself, you know what I mean? Not just, okay, I've got a strong, confident spirit, soft. I'm not doing that either, or go into a start, okay, I'm going to do my Wing Chun and my Aikido, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're coming at you here, they're dragging hold of your fucking body. Can you understand? I'm not trying to go mad, I'm just saying, he's pushing you with all his power. You just move, you just get him. He's going to go that way, you get him. He pulls my arms, look at skinny Richard, he pulls me. I'm riding on my kick straight to him, he pushes me, he grabs over my two arms. Right, he opens my arms up, knee in the middle. I'm feeling what's coming. If you push this, I'm going to go. See, I'm going to go. You see what I'm saying? It's like I'm standing here and you put your hand on top of my head. I don't know why you would do that, but you try to push my head down. I'm not going to go, I might break my neck, right? So if you put your hands on my head and push, I'm just going to relax on my legs and go, I'm going to go down. And you're going to go, what? And you're going to fall down with your hand. I'm going to literally strike you in the groin. You're going with the absolute flow of what they're doing. Pull my elbow, why don't you? Pull my elbow from this side. I'm just going to go with that. And my hand's going to swing up and smack you in the head, same thing. You know, try to lift my wrist up. Okay, now your armpit is also open the same as mine. It's like, well, let's say I'm here, and you grab my armpit, let's say right now, let's grab my wrist, sorry. I'm facing you, and you use your left hand to grab my wrist. And can you do that? And step forward with your, one of your legs, right? Step forward with your left leg, and grab me with your left hand. Like that, okay? So use your left hand to grab this, okay? And step forward with your left leg. Okay, like, step forward, don't look at me, just you, okay? Step forward with your left leg and grab this wrist here, grab it with your left hand now. Imagine. And then lift, I'm going to be so loose, I'm a skinny bastard anyway. Lift my hand up like that. I'll just turn around and I'll punch you straight in the rib cage. Is it going to do much difference? Damage? I don't know. Depends how tough you are, right? To your rib cage or elbow cracking your rib. But let's say, for example, now, if you step back now, or you start to pull that, I can come in and I can put this hand on your shoulder and push you as you're falling back. I can put my foot behind your foot. You start pushing me with both your hands here. All I do is step back. You can hold me here with two hands, or rubbing my t-shirt here, walk forward. As you're walking, I hold your hand, I'll step back. Don't step to the side. I can do something, I can strike. So I'm feeling whatever's coming and I'm dealing with it, I can turn it to the side, I can just basically feel. But if I close my eyes and then you do too, and your hands are not touching my hand, if you close your eyes and I close my eyes now, can you feel my attack? I can't feel yours, whether you're across the world somewhere or you're a few inches away from me. I can't feel anything, you can't feel anything too. But as soon as we meet and you feel that, you grab my arm and we're in a can't just be always on your toe. Sometimes when you're strong-footed like that, you need to start drawing. So that's what it's all about. I'm not playing around when I'm saying, oh, Wing Chun. You've got to understand, let's do Wing Chun. I'm not playing around or some niggas want to do all these fancy blows. That's not true. Doing your own solo training system, bigger movements like exercise, or just like smaller movements. Real focus on reality. Now I want to mention something. When it comes to locks, right, I don't agree. I think it's disgusting. I really hate, as I said, there's a fine line breaking someone, breaking a joint, the elbow, the shoulder, the wrist. I think that's terrible, breaking a leg, anyone's bone. If you're using techniques like this, it's too much pressure. It's quite easy, you don't need much force. You right body power into it, your whole body, you can break someone's joints, and I think it's really, really disgusting. I would never want to do that to someone. Never. So, you need a good amount of control. I mean, expert, so you need a good lot of practice, and not only that, you want a good amount of control. You can control the opponent without doing that. Laying in someone to do that. Swords, it's like the same assignment. I never want to be able to stab or kill someone. You know what I mean? I never want to be showing that. So it's like the techniques are there to be studied. It's like you're really smart about it. Trying to be realistic and respectful of people. And what I want to say is, the enemy, the attacker that's coming at you, you should be able to have a good amount of force. So if you're able to strike near enough, you know, you've got to do what you can to survive. But it's like, you don't really want to really maim someone so bad. I hate things when I hear things like people doing low kicks to knees and stuff to break someone's knee. I think it's so terrible. I've even mentioned things like that, kicking low, kicking towards the ankles. It's really bad though in a way, isn't it, right? You don't really want to hurt someone. Finger jabs, I hate it. Even Bruce Lee, I mean, I know he's great, but when Bruce Lee used to, but accuracy is good training. You're doing the training for like by yourself, focusing on a tree or something, watching your finger strike for your accuracy. But to actually do a finger strike, poke someone in the eye, I think that's so terrible, that's so disgusting. All these other things, these sleeper holds you hear, and these real naked fucking bear choke, whatever they call it, fancy names, to give someone a choke and for their whimper or put somebody out, to cut the blood or air supply to someone's brain. I think it's so disgusting. And the same for all this violence you see in MMA and UFC. I know they want to do it, fair enough. I'm just saying, I don't want to see someone else's blood. I don't want to injure someone so bad that I don't kill them. No way, never. So it's like the self-defense though. If you need to strike and if you do it a bit more, then it shouldn't be something to celebrate. So you honour the morality of martial arts. Striking and not being happy about it, you've got to try and control. That's what we learn these kind of arts for, like Aikido, Tai Chi, Aikido, Wing Chun, Marwa. I'm saying they say there's no first attack in karate, and a lot of martial arts like that. Okay? I mean, even the samurai used to talk about the integrity and stuff. I'm saying, keeping it real though, right? I'm just saying, I know I'm talking a lot here, but this is important stuff. I'm not just talking about crap, right? You've got to know this stuff so you're able to fight much better than the opponent. You're able to strike them, and you've got to have power so that you can strike, and you've got to do it if you've got to do it to defend yourself. You might have to hurt them sometimes a bit, but it's like you don't want to, and you're trying to do at least damage as possible. You're trying to keep the peace between you both so everybody's safe. You and your opponent, you and your enemy, your attackers, okay, and whoever else around you, want to just try to end the situation as quick as possible. If the person's trying to kill you or trying to really hurt you or someone else, and you have to use what you have to use, I've said before, you can't just be a dreamer and just go and try and use your soft techniques and stuff. If you're not very good at those and you're more better at boxing, let's say, or this or that, because you might get your ass whooped and get yourself killed or someone else, it's better to know what you know. So if you need to go in and hurt the opponent just to get them off, they say cut off the arm cut the hand off to save the arm. I'm not saying do that, I'm saying you do something to prevent worse from happening. So you might have to hurt the opponent, but the wise thing to do is work on the knowledge and the reality knowledge that you know. You're not trying to be Mr. Superman in a suit. So don't, you're doing real martial arts for real defense, not to be Mr. Wing Chun because you've been watching a lot of films. It's because you've got to know what works. Otherwise, what's the damn point in doing martial arts? It's like, these people that are wearing tap-out MMA t-shirts, I'm just saying, in the ring, cheering with their groin, sitting up on the fucking bars after they've knocked someone in a coma, and paying some kind of respect to them and all this. They've put someone in their fucking, or whatever, and I'm just saying, right, it's like, do they really have any respect? What the hell are they doing? People need to ask themselves in life, what the hell are you doing? What are you really doing? So again, when it comes to locks and things, be careful with that, because you've got to understand, you don't want to break someone up really, but it's a lot of skill though when it comes into getting restraints, because you want to hold someone in a position, but when you know how to go with the flow, it becomes easier. When you're not tense and you go with it, you've got to train your gripping, you've got to train your whole body to be strong, to put your power into it, and your flexibility. It's working out. You can't just hold someone in their pussy hands, you've got to hold them on, but it's like not a force against force. You know what I'm trying to say? If you've got a very strong arm, very tough guy like you or whoever you are, and you're holding my arm down here, do you think I can lift my arm up hard? I can't. Look at me. Look at my fucking cheeky bone arm. I'm just saying, right? But you're holding it. My arm's about here. Not really like this. Or even from height. You're trying to pull my arm down. I can grab your wrist the same. You grab my wrist, I can grab yours. Just for extra control. Just so you don't let go easy and hit me. And I can pull that down. As you're going down, I can let you go. I can become limp and let you go down there, bam, and strike you in the head with one you didn't see coming. Or step on the foot or do something to distract them. And they might let go at that push point and go with 2 punches in the back. I might really get a strong shot. I'm not trying to practice up in the skull with any other arm practice. But to do certain things, I'm trying to punch in the face of arm or something, or even just push the arm. Right? So if you've got some sort of touch with someone, you might even have to break the bone, but you don't want to. When it comes to locks though, right, that's what I'm saying, it takes a lot of control, because sometimes when you get someone into a restraint, they might change position, and then from one position, and you might have to go into another position, into another kind of restraint, so you're constantly on the flow. And if they let go and they break contact, and then they're coming at you again with strikes and stuff, and you're trying to block and strike and go in, then it becomes that again, a striking game, hitting and blocking, the punching and kicking, wherever it's going to be, So I'm just saying that you've got to be realistic when it comes to your training, okay? If someone's coming at you, if you've got someone in a lock or almost, or in some kind of control, it might not be perfect at the finishing position where you're holding them, restraining them, but you can feel that they're slipping out, or they're going to change, they're going to move, and they're alive too. They've got their feet, footwork, and everything. So you might be getting someone in a lock, and they might kick you in the groin or knee you in the groin. Then what? So you don't learn this stuff in a joking, silly way, or you don't go in a mindset where you're totally so soft and so. There's no fighter about you. You're going to get yourself fucking killed by trying to do all this. And you don't go in it also with the mindset that you want to break people up and knock them the fuck out and break their bones. You don't have that. So when it comes to locks and things, I'm just saying, be real about it, and train it, and understand that you're learning a technique, not just for the lock. You're learning a stance, not just for the stance. You're learning a kick, not just so you can stand there and throw your legs up in the air and look pretty. You're doing certain punches, not just so you can knock someone out. You've got to learn it all in a flow, so that you can move around as a human being. So when someone pushes, when someone comes to, when someone comes to push you or tries to grab you from behind or wherever, you're able to feel the angle and feel off of that. If someone grabs me here, I just circle off of that. I'll show you something before I go. It's about softness and hardness again. You're something balancing the hardness off. If there's a pole like this, right, I'll just show you this, right. I've told you this before. In Wing Chun we talk about the centre line. We're not always on the side like this because you'll be easy to fall off balance. But I'm just saying, sometimes you're on the side on fighting stance, sometimes you're on the front on stance. But you got to remember, right, if my hands, if this pole represents the opponent, and I'm not standing strong here, I'm not rooted right here, am I? But let's say, you might say this is just a pole, but imagine this is a person. If this is a person's body, I'm leaning all my weight in this right now. Can you see I'm leaning, right? Okay? I'm not standing strong. I'm not coming in like this and doing it. I'm up on my toes like this. For example, just showing you, and all my body's in. All this guy's got to do is step back. If he steps back, what's going to happen? If he steps back, I'm going to go following. I'm going to fall down. He can kick me in my groin. He can grab my arm and pull me. He can pull my arm as I'm going. He can kick me in the gut, elbow, whatever, chuck me over, and do whatever he wants. So if my arm now is a little bit away from the centre, if it's here, I'll go flying through. Can you see? So if it's me, see, I would block someone's arm away, see, so that he's going to go. Or if this pole was a person, it would just turn like this. It can turn, and the opponent will fall through. You see. So if this pole could turn, okay, I would go through, right? The same with the other hand. I would go through. Or I might go open. My hand, I'm leaning here. His hand might go open, and then straight. He can headbutt me. He can punch me. He can kick me. I'm all open here. You see, either side. So when I'm coming in, see, I'm going past. See, it's not good to leave yourself open and put your whole weight into it. And look at this also. Let me show you something else. It's not only left and right. It's also, and it's not even about the stance even too. Sometimes you've got to remember, it's not the stance. Maybe they're standing strong, but it's a hand coming, can you see? Or a push or whatever. This is coming forward. Now, if I'm not touching, you can't feel me, right? If the guy is just standing there, all he can do is parry and block. But if we're hand to hand, if we're in a tussle, if someone grabs you, clench over, and you can feel, it doesn't matter if they grab your shoulder, or they grab your wrists, or they grab your elbow, or your hip, or whatever, you've got to know how to be soft and feel. Absorb what's coming in, find the open areas, and come in with your strikes. Wing Chun's about simple, direct, small techniques. Aikido, Tai Chi, they're all similar, but they've got like rounded techniques, and they're using the energies attack in force against them. So look at this, okay, if I'm leaning into this now, and I'm the attacker, right, and this pole is my opponent, if my hand is high, like I said, I'm going to push his head away. All he needs to do is lift my arm up from my wrist, or my elbow here to control it. That could break if it's very tough there. Same as it was on this position, it could break from here too, or to the side. He could catch my arm and break that. But I'm saying, if my whole body's into it like this, it could even be two hands even, same. All I need to do is move it a little bit to the side, or move that up, look, up. See? Up. As I'm falling. If I'm pushing down, more downward now, my energy's going down. Look, my whole body into it, down. All he needs to do is push this down, and I will fall down. So you just go with the flow. You just take a step back. Don't let them headbutt you or strike you. Make sure you got your guard. That's why we always say that if someone grabs your wrist, you grab their wrist, or so you can stick, so you can feel. So that if they change, you're able to change with them and flow. So if their hands come, let's say for example, I'm standing here and I'm not leaning, but it's like, I'm pushing him, and he holds my wrist now, and I'm pushing, and he feels that, and I go down, and he takes a step back. I'm following him now, or if he lets it go down, I might try to come back up, right, and try to attack him up. I don't want to go down, do I? I want to come up now. I don't want to go up, so I'm following against what he's doing. So I try to change. When I change, he should be able to feel. So we learn all this feeling. How can I show you this with a pole? I need to train with you so you can feel. So I'm trying to say, but you need to understand this is real training when we're doing it. It's quite easy if someone's pushing with all their energy there, all their whole mind is into one pushing state. There, you see, and I'm going in, and I'm thinking about pushing the guy, and he just moves suddenly. He can easily get my elbow there in some kind of control, twist that, break a wrist, or whatever it is in some kind of position. If he understands how to move in, he lets the dangerous thing pass, and then he comes in and controls that. My fingers, he might grab my finger and control that. So it's a thin line. You don't really want to injure someone, but it's all training. You see what I'm trying to say? So I'm not just giving you theory and bullshit. I'm saying on the whole circle in front of you, left, right, down like 12 o'clock, as I told you before, 6 o'clock, whatever. You don't want to put yourself on there. You want to be right on the centre. It's like archery teaches you for the mind focus. Same with Wing Chun, for the centre. So if I'm pushing him, all he needs to do is turn his body and I'll go flying. All he needs to do is take a step back and I'll go flying. And he can pull me as I go. He can let that go, then he can move away and strike me in the head. He can move that, which is better because now my other hand can't hit him. So he lets this go apart. He can punch me in my face or hit me in my gut. As I'm going through, he could hit me in my gut here, which is what I've showed you before, like parrying and striking. He doesn't even need to take a step back. He doesn't even need to turn. He can just parry that off and come in. Take my arm and punch in, boom. If he feels I'm going to headbutt, he just controls that to the shoulder or takes a circle step. So you can do circle steps, side steps, back, whatever. You feel the flow, but you don't just be nothing about it. You be nothing. You feel the nothingness of such. You be soft, but it's like you've got to know how to control as well. It's no good in saying, it's no good, right? For example, Wing Chun Classic, right? And in Tai Chi, if someone says, my hand, we're wrist to wrist, I've told you before, wrist to wrist, right? Let's say wrist to wrist, my opponent's here, and I'm going to push him, say, traditional essay, and he pulls that, and I'm in a closer range of saying, he pulls that, or he moves my arm away, he does a block with it, and he feels the force coming in, same kind of concept, and then my elbow comes in and strikes him in the head. That's no good, is it? He should have the other hand there ready to control my elbow, or he should be able to control my wrist in such a way that he controls it so my elbow cannot come in again straight, or in some kind of way. So you've got to have some force, you've got to have some mind control about it, and you've got to know your distance. You can learn to go in, straight in, when there's an opening, but you've also got to learn not to run into the traffic when you cross the road, look left and right. So make sure you can't control the cars, but you can control yourself. So even if you're not grabbing an arm, even if you're just blocking and stepping to the side and the punch goes by, you see, you understand that soft concept, and you're watching, because in case that elbow comes back, then your hands are ready to block against the elbow. I might not get that grab on in time, and I see his elbow come flying in and it smacks me in the head, so why not just block against the arm? If the elbow comes in, I control that. If the other hand comes in, I control that. Stay close by. If I can come in and touch his shoulder, I will push. If his arm grabs my shoulder, I can grab his elbow. Strike. So I'm constantly feeling where the arms are. No matter what, regardless of my amount of power, and I'm not trying to break the guy up anyway, do perfect techniques, but you're always constantly flowing. If I forget your low area with your groin, with your knees, groin, protecting with your knees, so I know you can't really see very easily here, but you know what I'm trying to say. So this is what I'm saying about pressure. See, when I'm leaning into this now, all my body weight leaning in, you just need to open that and I go flying. You can punch me in the face as I'm coming, or step behind me and chuck me back. Or as I'm going leaning into it, you just lift that up. You see, or if I'm going this way, you bring that down, I go here, see, punch me in the gut, so you can bring me down, knee me in the groin. So as soon as the opponent comes at you, you just let him go, you just take a step back, or you just keep your hand up as a guard, or you turn, see, turn your body. So if someone grabs me here, I can grab. Have you seen like Karate Kid 2? I see enough on this today. Pretty cool there, only joking, no, but have you seen Karate Kid 2, for example? I'm not being funny, but when there's like this drum thing, a traditional like Japanese little drum thing, or whatever, I don't know much about it, but when they're turning this thing and the things swing, and you see even like Tai Chi people doing this as well, when they're exercising, excuse me for one moment, Tai Chi people, when they're doing exercise, sometimes you see people just swinging like this, their arms very loosely with their waist, and it looks like they're just getting the blood, you know, flow and the chi or whatever into their arms. And they're just like doing this. Old people in the park, sometimes in China, you've seen in the past, and they do rotating their waist, because there's a lot of waist motion in Tai Chi and a lot of flows you see from the arm. But that's what you find in all kinds of martial arts training. So if someone comes to attack me, someone comes to punch me or push me, I can block with my arm. However I do it, like this or like that. However I just look like this, I might with my fist here, and I can hit with this hand. It could be a forearm strike, outer, inner, whatever. It could be forearm strikes, they could be blocks. It might look ridiculous swinging my arms, but it's just real. It could be a back fist, an open hand, a forearm strike, either way, palm, chop, slap, back fist. I could do it in close as well, like this, see, like boxing, cover and hook, see what I'm saying? Or big here, someone could grab my shoulder from the side here, I might grab his arm and come in, hook, wide hook punch, you see what I'm saying? Someone comes to pick up it, I might go low, you see? And then strike him into the head here. It's not a perfect like Wing Chun or a boxing. I'm saying, for example, you see, boom. Someone comes to grab me here, I'm rotating my waist, don't forget to, I might step to the side, put my foot out, get him into a lock, so he's going to fall over that. It's not that I'm just making up bullshit, I'm speaking from some knowledge in what I've studied in my life, and I'm trying to share a few basics with people, is what I'm trying to say, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that, as he's coming, you're going, that's a very good concept, you see. If they're grabbing you, they're pushing you, just turn. I'll grab the elbow, or grab his wrist, or grab his elbow, see? Go hit him in the head. Step round, circle to your feet. There's a circle stepping. So as I'm stepping round, see, my whole body, it's like barbed wire again. So you see your foot stepping, your foot, your knee, your hip to your shoulder. See, your hip turns, your shoulder turns, your elbow, your wrist, everything's turning. And this, see, so someone comes to push me, I come and get him into an arm lock, twisting that wrist lock in here. See, like this or like that. I come in, I might elbow strike. So I might grab. He might grab my elbow. I might come out and hit him here. He might grab my shoulder there. I might go there, bring it down, hit him high. I might come low, so he's striking, blocking low here, strike straight, or go through. So with this rounded, so if I'm in a circle with opponents, in a circle there, let's say, like I was standing in that circle, if you remember before, I'll show you very briefly in this video, okay, just briefly. I'll zoom in. If you can see that, I'll go into that circle just to show you. Have a look at this. I can go there, and I can defend in a circle. And I'm not even talking about using the whole circle, just saying roughly. When I'm here, regardless if it's open, like just a fist, like coming in, or if I'm grabbing and striking, however I'm doing it. But I can go in any way. I could be standing here anywhere, a bus stop or a train station, and I can do anything. I've got elbows, fists, whatever it's going to be. I don't even need to grab the arms what come. I can just block and strike, either low or high or whatever. Right? If they do grab me, give them to grab them. Give me more time to grab them, because when someone's punching and striking, bringing their hands back so quick, you can't always grab their arms, but you can cover. So if someone's grabbing you, then you can grab them. Or they're grabbing my wrist already, I can hit there or grab his wrist, and you go with the flow. So without doing too much footwork or without going too wide, I can do a lot of footwork and step around and never put yourself in between two opponents. But I could also stand in the circle in a close range. So if someone's coming at me, it doesn't matter what I do. Someone comes from this side, I just grab that and then from that side, see? From that side, it doesn't matter. Someone comes from there, I can strike low to the gut from there, see? If he grabs me, I can loop him from there, go into the lock from there, see? Then I can hit from the elbow from there or from there. So it doesn't really matter. So either way, it doesn't matter. Someone can be from that side, I can grab from that side. So the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's a forearm, a chop, a punch, elbow, whatever. The most important is you're grabbing whatever's coming. So if I'm standing here and someone's grabbing from that side, I could just stop it there, I could do a low kick, fair enough. But I'm just saying the basic thing is that you're coming in and you're watching those circle steps. It's the same with your circular steps. So your shoulder, your hip brings your shoulder, brings your elbow, see? This brings the elbow, brings the wrist, see? And it comes together. So when they're doing it, it's not for show, it's like they're coming in, you're there. And if they're going high, you let them go high. If they're going low, you let them go low. You just still. It's the same with Wing Chun, the same thing, but it's like with Tai Chi, it's more rounded. It's there. And it doesn't matter what it is, Bagua, Aikido, like the same thing. But it's like the basic thing is like, you go with the flow. So he's coming and grab, he pushes me there, let's say. I just go, I might hook, I might step through. I might go there, I might spin back around that way, strike that way. He might be from this side, I might step behind him from there. I might just push him from there. But the thing is, it doesn't matter where the arms are, you just go in for each way. So you can come from there, I can come from there, come from there, step over. So you just circle it as you go. If someone on this side, I might step here. So from this side I might go from here, see? From this side I might go from here. Either way, when you come out and grab, yeah, so it's going to be palm from there, see? So you've got to understand some basic techniques, fair enough, like what's on the inside, what's on the outside. Yeah, you've got to understand where your shoulder position is as well, because they're very close like there. But it's like, you know, it's like the basic thing is like, you know, the basic thing is that you've got to understand where the arms are. If he's pushing on the centre here, I can step back. If he's pushing low, like I said, I can let him go low, I can strike high. If he's going up high, I can raise that. If he's grabbing on here, so I can raise it up. So I'm not going to do that and he hits me in my groin, see? I'm going to do that, go with it, control to my knee, go in here, see? I might step up here. I'm not going to go and step back here. I might pull him in, he's coming in, I'll give him like that. Control this up there to the ankle again. I might put that in. But what else I can do is also, if he's coming up, he's coming in, I don't want to leave myself open because he can do it, he can strike, kick me, whatever. So I'll be from here. If he's raising up high, from there, I'll go with that. If he's holding my arms like here,
I'll go with that against his wrist, one against the elbow, so his elbow doesn't hit me in the face. So the elbow, from here, see, I might step in but not leave my groin open. I'll go in, so try this against his knee, see, step up my knee behind his knee maybe, or maybe the front of his knee from here, or maybe shoulder to it depends. I might just go in for a strike, back fist, whatever it's going to be, but you don't just be playing around with your hand there like that, blood for toe. You don't do that. Sometimes you're not even ready. If he lets go, you can come back and strike you anyway. So you want to make sure that, and also you don't want to put your back to an opponent. Let's say, for example, you can do a technique. Let's say you can do a choice. You've got a choice, it's better, right? Someone comes to grab my elbow, my wrist, sorry. I can do that, I can go around and behind him. But I don't need to try to get him into a lock or some kind of thing. I want to make sure that I've got to defend myself. If there's more opponents behind me, and I'm going to try and get him into a lock, then they're going to attack me from behind. You see what I'm saying? So it should be like, quick. If I'm in the middle for some reason, let's say, it could be a lift, I might be in a lift or a toilet or somewhere, someone attack me, I block that off. I don't want to grab necessarily. I can control it off, I carry it off with two hands, you see, coming close against his wrist, his elbow, whatever, control that across cover, see, control the whole section here, cover, hit him, so this here, someone from that side coming to attack, I can cover him there. My foot might be in a line and I can kick, I might be able to go up from this, don't leave my groin open again, and my hands are the thing. This can hit from here, but it's always got to be natural, see? So I might do a low grab and a strike. It's like Wing Chun, might be like that, for example, see? From here. So that's why, for me, as I say, I like Wing Chun the best, but because you go in straight and very direct with small techniques. Like, you can do all these things with the locks and soft movements like Tai Chi, Bagua, again with Aikido, with the locks and stuff like Aikido. So you can do all that, but it's like, you know, you can utilise it all, but it's like sometimes you've still got the circle stepping on in Wing Chun is what I'm saying. So I might go in, I might do that. I'm also going to get him cut off too. I might come up here to attack. You might say it looks very robotic, a skinny guy doing all these fancy moves, but I'm saying, if someone's up here, you see, I can take that away there, see? I'm not saying you're going to do it and he's going to leave his arms there so straight all the damn time. I think if you're doing Bagua or you're doing like a Wing Chun, there's like a snake or what, whatever, I'm just saying, you're going up, he's coming to attack, and then he's coming quickly. But in a natural stance, when someone's coming around, you see, he comes to attack me, I can block with my elbow here, my forearm. However he's coming to attack me, see, I can feel it, he's going to pull me. If someone comes, hey, come with me, he pulls my arm, I'll go, pull my elbow, my hand comes up to strike him. See, he pulls my elbow, my hand might strike him low, whatever. I'm always covering, see. Dragging and doing things. Even in Tai Chi and stuff, and you see like movements like this, when they're opening their hands and they're sinking that weight, see? So he's grabbing my arms and he's riding, and I ride with him. As he's pulling me down, and I'll let him go down. I grab his hand to pull him down, so I step open up and kick, like the crane, see, coming in. So he's coming to hit me, either side. I know the straight directness, and I also know the roundiness of my waist movements. You don't push if they're pushing you, you don't pull if they're pulling you, like a war. You break yourself. Two sticks hit each other, which one's harder? A metal pole or a little wooden thin stick? So if it's a very soft stick, you can win against the metal one. I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say though? It's a metal pole against the stronger one. You know what I'm trying to say? What one's going to win? So I'm just saying, right, when your opponent comes at you, you see, it's like very natural. I'll be here, my arms folded, whatever, I'm just covering, using my elbows to cover, my elbows covering my body here, my forearms, nothing fancy, see, comes to hit me up here, cover up high, bring my arms up here, I might go out, grab the arm, grab that into a low kick strongly, whatever, I might step through, I might cover that, pass his head, distract it, step through, and take him down maybe. He might come to push me, I might strike him in the gut as he's coming. I might hold that and strike him, more there, onto the face. I might bring that down across and come in. Or I might do that, low kick or there, or a knee, or change my footwork to go there. Or he might be coming there, I might do that, move to the side, you see, knee, or go to the side and circle step. So simple. Someone comes at you, you just block and go to the side. So you don't know how you step through, someone comes to attack me here. Or here, or this hand can come on twice, blocking here. So either way, you might not get a perfect position always, your hand or your wrist, but you're covering your hands. He grabs me now from some weird angle. I just go with the flow. I'm not going to run into a kick or an elbow. I'm going to go and try and cover up with whatever it's going to be. If he pulls my elbow, my hand's going to come in and help to strike it with this one comes in. You see? He comes to push me, whatever it's going to be. When he comes to push, I might go with the flow initially. I might actually go against him for one moment just to let him think that I'm going to change. And then he goes with that. He uses more strength and becomes more tense and continues to pull harder. If he's pulling me softly, I go to pull away, and he uses more power, at that moment I come straight in. Or let's say, if you do that, you might give him a chance to think though that you're going to attack him, so then he might want to be more violent. So you want to be more soft, he might pull you and you just come with him. And then just step through and strike him. But the basic thing is, I'm saying though, circle stepping, you see as I step back around like that? So you can step in. Because that's why we do all this circle stepping, you see. So if I'm here, for example, like when we do Tai Chi, for example, then it's not saying, see, I'll be going like that. See that low start, see? I'm bringing my knees in. So I'll be there, see? That's what we used to train within the basics, let's say, in the circle, and I'll be there. And I might go, see, like that. See what I'm saying? It's a very good exercise, stepping through, see? Just like basics, I might step through, turn my foot like here. Really, it should be. And I'll be here, see? Step round, see, all my heel there, turn. See, turn my hand here, go here. So I'm grabbing an elbow in. See, I can elbow someone from the back there, I can grab the hand from there. I might grab that, do a turn around, hook this knee in behind you. So I can strike him there, I can hit him. Then we can go on this line here. Someone's trying to attack me, I might block it if I'm here. And step around, so you step behind his foot. But you don't have to always do fancy footwork and try to lock him up. It's good defence and very good. When someone's trying to attack you, you can turn around, see, naturally, just see. I don't want to go like this and try and fight because I'm going against myself, and also my legs are open to attack. You can kick that, switch that away, or whatever. Someone's coming at me, and then step away, see, boom. See that line there, that centre line? So my centre line is still here in the middle here. Wing Chun says, so it's like, here's two arms and his two legs, all the danger has passed. You can't hit me with that one, and that one's already far away. His leg and that is open to attack. I can also step here and take him back. I can take him back from there, depending on his balance. But you don't want to be like this. The guy comes in close range punching, you go there, and he elbows you or throws a low kick out, and he busts in your legs or in your jaw. Or he comes back, or he spins back around with the elbow from here, because you know a lot, see? Bam, so boom, if you go a good fighter, you're going to start around there, see? So when you understand about twisting, think waist exercise, you see? It's useful. Now, when you're doing the technique, you've got to know how to do it. You step round, you might step round to here, you might step round, like a full circle from here. You've got to be like that. You want to make sure that you twist it like that. You don't always want to be straight-legged always like this, always, and do moves, because someone can just take you down or break your legs and make sure you can stand strong. You don't need to go from a mile away, even from so far away. You have to be coming in doing fancy moves. Because sometimes you're leaving yourself open, they can grab your hands, put your hands on the longer range, every slow you can get there. So you want to make sure it's like coming in close, it's coming in at you. Don't make it like he's coming here, and he's coming in from such a long way, he's striking before them. See? Go there, cover with your hands. Rather than always trying to grab, always trying to strike, make sure you're covered. It's going to hit my body, I bring my hands low. Not always I bring my elbows low, still low. Comes high, I bring my hands high. You do that on my way, go to the side. Or you go one low, one high, do like that. Or one out like this. It's like Wing Chun, fair enough, but I mean, you find these kind of techniques in Barbed Wire too. You come at me with this crane, or Aikido with some certain locks and things. You work it in as you're doing it. You kind of grab me here with a lot of power, pushing me in. I just go with it, regardless if I can get a lock of, I'll go there, parry that down. If I go a mile away, it's no good. I might want to parry that down and go straight into his head. Straight into his head, straight into his head. So you're pushing that down, I can control that down. If I feel his elbow coming up, I need to guard against that. You guard against that. With my hand there. I might parry that to the side. I don't want to be playing with that arm, wasting two hands on one, and he strikes me here. You know what I mean? It's going to be like longer. He's trying to strike me from some funny angle. I might want to do a quick cover there, I might just try to kick out. Well, regardless if I cover against it or not, but if he might punch from such a way away, see, I want to keep my guard up no matter what. So I might want to try and kick out, strike him wherever. So you don't want to be doing fancy things, like spinning around like that and doing them for spinning kicks for the sake of it, you know what I mean? You don't do it for the sake of it. You won't be good in that, kicking stuff, depends when you use it. I'm a big advocate of stand up, I mean, for traditional high kicks and things like that. Fair enough, it's a couple of things, but when you turn and go and doing things like that, you make yourself back up into a tap. Just come and hit me, I might go side, circular movements around the guard around and this circle stepping and use that just coming in. I don't want to block from a mile away, all the way from the first kick out a mile away. From a mile away. I want to make sure that he's coming in. I do that kind of small to the point. Damn, where it's going to be, it's too strange. See? I don't want to go warm spin, take it through. I want to make sure I'm going to think she's coming at me. The knees already there. We'll keep the other foot there. We'll leave to there. And again, you don't want to be like this, you don't want to be going there. It's like he's coming at me. And I parry that to the side, see, and I come from here, and he strikes me in my groin. So try to get your feet on the floor, see, always. You don't always want to come in either and hit your knees against your shoes. When he's coming at you, make it natural. Sometimes you can punch against the feet when they're coming up, but it's like, use your knees to guard usually. He's coming at me to attack me, then I might lock that against his knees, just like against here. Or behind, depends how you do it, hook in the middle. You hook your kick around the back of his squat. And all those techniques that I told you about, there's the balance and the centre line. But you've also got like the pole I explained to you, when you push in against the pole and all of your energy goes past, you've got to keep that in mind. Because if he takes a certain step for a turn, you go flying. So you've got to maintain this route. You've got to maintain that route up here. It's the same for you, it's the same best for you ever. You can't always get the perfect block and techniques on the one. Okay, so he's coming at you, and attacking you, counter me, counter me, immediately step through. Putting that on my knees. Immediately step through. I'm always trying to don't start following him a mile away, you're looking around in circles. If the circle was there, your foot was there, just say like Bob Wiley said, your circle was there, you want to practice to focus on the centre. Right? You want to make sure you're focusing on that centre. Make sure you're focusing on that centre. You don't always want to follow people, chase people around, is what I'm saying. So if someone's here and you're walking on the street, this is the line of the attacker, I'm walking down the street and someone's walking past me here, he tries to attack me, I grab his arm, I just cover up against that. If my attack's very low, high, cover, get there. I can do that and knee him in the groin, he can also knee me in the groin, or kick my leg. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm not going to go up on the street, am I? Oh, one moment I get into my perfect Wing Chun style. I'm not going to do that, am I? He's coming at me. He's coming from out cover, see? He's coming at me there. Damn, see? As I'm walking, I know I can step back if I need to, so I know I have to step back. This kind of walking to there. I know I can use my knee against his to there. See? Or I know how to like step past his foot there. See? I might be there. So open out there, so he's there. From there to the base, see? From there. Same for that side as well. Same for this side, see? Same for that side. See that side as well, same thing. So you know the angle of attack. You know what I'm trying to say? Just pushing my shoulder from the front. Control that, he comes to grab me there, same as my shoulder there, or the shoulder. You know, 1, 2, 3, so he's coming in below or high. I'll be there, cover it to the side and control. I always try and control the elbow, because if I control the wrist, his elbow can come in at me. I control that arm away to and strike if you can. Don't always think about control. If you can come in and strike, do it. For self-defense, I'm saying. The guys are really dangerous. And if someone's got a knife, get away from them, fair enough. As fast as you can. You don't want to try and grab a knife or put your arms out in a fancy stance, you touch your arms off. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, if you do have that situation, you've got to fight to defend yourself. And you've got to get control. However, so it means two hands, one controlling the wrist, one controlling the elbow, control, do it. If it means one hand's got to strike in first, by golly, you know, you've got to strike with that precision and go in terms of, you've got to win, right? So you don't lose. You don't have the winning life, but you've got to not lose, and that means winning. Right? You've got to live, otherwise you die, right? The only way you don't die is by living. The only way you don't live is by dying. That's you get it, you know, right? So if someone calls me from behind there, someone calls me, if someone grabs me from behind, I can step off the line of the attack. If someone's going to attack me in the back, let's say, if someone tells me I can guard high with my elbow, so that's what we do with these moves, is I can do that, the guard with my elbow. If it's a mile away, I use my hand. If it's from low, I use my hand, I can use my elbow, so it's the same thing. But you don't have two hands there or there, because you're open to attack, however. And you shouldn't have your back open to your opponent anyway. So if they're on the side, see, I don't want to do that and try and fight from behind, do I? It's the same for the side, really. So it's like, I'm saying, like, you're going to give them a hand in the tiger's mouth. You know, I'm just saying, like, you'd be like, natural, you'd be here, guarding, and immediately, see, this foot will turn, his foot, so you go there, and I'll turn around, but you see how far there's the whole half circle from here to attack, or elbow, or if I'm going to do some fancy kick or whatever. Even if I'm standing here, and I say I can do a fancy kick there, a low one maybe, high one maybe, you've got a good step up there for the kick, you know, like Taekwondo, yeah, you could block up high there, with guard and throw a kick out along the range too, for a side kick, or low, for a low reverse roundhouse kick, kick to the head there, crescent kicks would be hard to do, you know, sweeps and that fair enough, something like to step into as well as, but I mean, another thing, as I said before, someone comes to put their hand on you, you can walk away, and let them follow you, you know, go, and then kick, what, you know what I mean? But if you feel it's dangerous, it's better to step away from the circle. So you should be a master of the circle step, and with a guard always no matter what you do. Don't just step around and you get a funny attacker smacks you in the head and still knocks you the fuck out because you look like some drunk guy spinning and falling, like you're dancing, everybody fully laugh. I don't know, in this day and age. And so you'd be a master of stepping in circles. In this country, I'll step away. You don't want to step in between two people now. You don't want to step in between two arms now. So if the guy is using this hand to touch you on the back to hold you, you should go that way. The same as the side. Or anywhere he's grabbing from whatever angle in the circle, your circle, you're in the centre of the universe. He's throwing at you there. You know, but you should go from there so that this hand cannot attack you easily. And yeah, you can do that from a spin, but you can always guard against that. You can always come and attack him from his back, if his back's strong. You can guard against that easily. Then you should put your back open to an opponent. So you see the opponent doing the wrong always, as you should not be doing. You should see him like, oh, when he's open to attack, oh, I've got to remember to not do that. You learn from the good and bad in life. I fix your own problems. Keep practicing the art and the skills, you know, and learn your mistakes and your opponent. So if you're going to take someone there, and then you go to that side, right? You just pretend with this hand, you go to that side, same thing, right? Okay? So because then the other hand comes with you. So from this side there, keep coming, you do the master of circle stepping. You know what I'm saying? And from this side, you do the master of circle. You don't have to grab it. See, when you're doing that, I can just step forward anyway. Come here, I can step forward, please. I'm here. Here, brother. So regardless, you can just raise the elbow up. If I feel this going up, it's just going down, down. Wrist to wrist, he might grab my wrist, whatever it's going to be. He might have even not grabbed this. He might have grabbed my elbow. He grabbed my elbow. And let's say I'm on the side and he grabs my elbow. It doesn't matter what angle, really. I want to go to the outside of all of his danger. So here's 2 hands, 2 legs. I want to move to the outside of him. He's got my elbow. I come out with my hand. There's open there. It might be like this though. He's going to break his thumb, keep it there. It might be a fist. There's a guard there, but if this hits him, it hits him. It'll be a whole arm. His arm's under here, and his cat's over there. His elbow is here. If he grabs that, you know, I can grab his. And then throw kicks in or whatever. See? And he's like, it's a massive circle to go. So from here, it's a massive, we want to make it as small as possible. So we learn all these flowing movements in martial arts, like, you know, wushu or Bhagwan that we learn. We learn Tai Chi and that, we learn all the flowing movements. The same for some exaggerated movements you might see in the Aikido and stuff. I'll say, we learn all that for the exercise. So as you do it, it's energy in our body. Same for kicking that, learn to kick higher than you need to, things like that, you know. It's just like when the opponent's coming behind, grabbing me from whatever funny angle in a train station or trying to mug me, I can turn around, see, and I've got a line, I can step, big step, the whole body's in an angle, then he's trying to grab me, I might step right through, go under the arm there, think, big start going to a lot, bring him down, flaring up, bring him down, see. I can do big movements and energy. But it's like I'm saying, if the opponent's coming at me, and I want to keep it simple, see, coming at me, I want to split that second, he's coming at me, bam, change it, that's what we're trying to do. He's trying to come in there, he pulls my elbow, come straight in my elbow, see. In a small position there, see, he comes to this side, hold me here, I grab the elbow, if he's a tall person, I hit low. I do that, I can do a back fist to the groin, see. I might even do that. He might grab my elbow, I might grab his, I might slide and hit to the gut, I might step straight through, don't let his knee hit you, I'm just saying. You must step slightly to the side, step straight through, see, and push him over. If you start to push again, push him back, you just go with the shoulder, look maybe shoulder against his elbow, this is on his wrist there, that coming underneath, hitting him all the time, bam, helping, yeah, and I control that. And you've got to, this is not for show, this knee is behind his knee. Because if I open that knee up, his leg can kick me in the groin. And I'm always ready with this foot to go, see, so in case that foot is coming, I'm controlling. And I'm able to control, so I can put that foot, behind his foot. Hook around, and the knee's behind his knee. So I can control it there, so his leg really is coming out, I'm controlling, whatever I'm doing with this foot, here against him or whatever. He's back, so he's like this to me by the way, he's like this by the way. Okay, he's like this. My knee is behind his knee, behind his foot, and that's it, okay? And then it's coming, I just push that across. So he's going like this, just go. I've got his knee here, on my knee. I can't show you with another person, I need someone here to show you how to train with you, so you know what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not just making up stuff for years. Some comes from the side there, some comes at me to attack me. I might cover, I might not get a perfect look or whatever, style. But it's like he comes to the side, I go straight in. And I put my foot in. You don't want to go a mile away to give him a chance. If he throws a punch at you, you go there. He throws a side kick out at you. Easy as that, because side kicks are designed for the side more so, more than turning. What you do is, he comes forward with this foot, you watch the foot. Don't think he's going to go with this hand, he's going to go with this one more or something, right? You just step in from there, you go around and step in. So he comes to attack, I go in, not a mile away, although I can, my kicks, but I go in and go in. He's trying to attack me, bam, so you know how I'm doing at the start? Put my foot in. Or, I go in, bring my knee in here, and pull it, then I'm ready. I can strike him in the gut with a blade shot, whatever I want to do. I can do that, I can chuck him down, put this foot behind his foot in the heel, put that back, my knee behind his knee again as I say. I can do that, I can go for a gut, take that if I wish to. See? As he falls down, if his head falls directly here, looking straight up at me, I can go straight down with this knee here, and straight down to his face from there. Well, I'm not going to do that, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? People who don't understand the flows of true traditional martial arts and Kung Fu, they think it's a joke. They think that in this day and age you got MMA and that's it. But what if you're a skinny guy then? What if you're someone who's some little schoolgirl, you're not the biggest, toughest gym, big fucking rock guy, you know what I mean, doing MMA, you know. You see what I'm saying? The traditional martial arts have got a long history, and it's not BS. We talk about nature and yin and yang too, you know, you talk about reality. So the attackers are line, you're in the centre, you always want to face your centre and get back to it, don't leave your sides, your back open, or you're on your front. I'm just saying, when your opponent's coming, you've got to learn how to circle step when you need to. In Wing Chun we learn to stand straight, and the same with Tai Chi as well. So we're standing here, when the opponent comes, I want to make it subtle. When we're standing here just ready to guard, so if he comes up to me, I can just guard there. I can literally guard against his head, come in and strike. And very, very straight. My techniques. Elbow, see, come in. We're going to do my little slight step here, see? Very small, see? What I'm trying to say is you want to be able to step around and do different techniques. And that's why I feel there's a lot to be learned in different arts. Like as I said, Tai Chi, Barbara-Asking, Aikido, I think they're great, all of them, okay, as well. But if someone's coming at you, you understand the whole flow. So if someone grabs you, starts pulling you from behind, starts trying to choke you from behind, you're not going to allow him to do it. Obviously, you're going to try and get yourself in a position where you're more comfortable, but it's like with your neck in a bit. If someone's trying to choke you and pull you down from behind, if you're grabbing from the back or from the neck, you want to make sure you step behind their foot if you can. If you feel their whole weight, they're not strong on you feel the whole weight going over that way, if you come in and kind of grab it like that, you put your hand underneath here, see? So you put your foot in front of his like that and just go with it. But you go with your whole weight, not just with your arms, you put the whole gap into it. And you want to step forward, but you want to do that, you might pull your foot back. As I said, you might, as I say, you might do that, you might hit him in the groin first, here, or up in the face there, so you might hit him up there. You go snaking in, and getting him in there, getting him in motion to him doing it. You might want to push him that way as well, see? Whatever it's going to be, what I'm saying is you're not going to have time, you could hit it from here, you could hit it, but the thing is that you want to have more control. And you're not going to do it with one foot balancing at that side, you're not going to do it, you need to have this balance there. And if you feel his body coming from behind, someone comes behind you, and try and do that, they might step on your foot, fair enough. But if someone tries to grab you from behind and pull you back, it might not be a trained fighter, maybe some thug trying to rape someone or whatever. When you feel his foot, if you've got a chance, someone's beside you, let's say, come with me, and trying to pull you in whatever direction, if you've got a chance to step behind their foot here, so you get lower than them, bend your knees, see? You've got to train, that's why I say train those squats, and train them stances, mate, it's coming at you. Bam, use your shoulder, everything, elbow to the wrist, it's going to be like chucking back, throwing back, loop his arm under here, catch what it's going to be, elbow to the face, everything. You might step behind the neck, elbow back, so you've got to know the line of your body, so the whole centre. Coming out, step back, so the elbow comes up, in here. From behind, pretty much like what here, see? Might turn from here, don't turn here. Go from lower here, body's faced up against the wall. Where his leg is, I do that, my knee is against the line of his knee. I'll show you from this angle, the knee, same movement, same position. Bam, see that? I'm not even looking, I can feel that, I feel it almost like it's a line. But this is a mile west of here. If I start turning this out, I'm a problem. See? I should be like this knee guarded. Right here in the centre, see? It's like I should turn, that's what you know, I should do some certain turns and things. But you don't want to make this so low and he steps on that. This is in front of his or behind his. I can slide up. I can knee that, and then I can do the other leg. Different things. Knee into the side of the knee, that. You've got to feel it, probably. With a tree or some kind of pole so you can train with, if you don't have someone to train with, say. If you've got a heavy bag in the house, hanging up, I'm sharing with you the deepest stuff with you. I don't have a partner, I wish you could understand. There's a heavy sandbag hanging up, very heavy. The kind that when you punch it and you get a good workout, but it doesn't move too easily, you know. If you hold that now and just push it lightly, when you feel it coming back, go with it. And then try pushing it another direction and step to the side of it, and you'll feel that it's coming back this way. And then try and follow it wherever it's going. You'll find as it's swinging around the bag, you'll find it's actually going against you, or it's either like leaving you, or it's either coming into you. And you have to make sure you feel the stick, no matter what low. I'm training with this sandbag in my mind and following the absolute flow. When it comes back on me here, I'm feeling it's quite heavy here, so I'm going to let that pass. My two hands, that's natural. I'm not moving my forearms even. It's a natural position, feel it however I do. I'm not thinking exactly how to get to a perfect position. I'm not doing that. I'm coming through. I'm feeling one hand even. My palm there. How to stick now to the elbow to that punch bag. Going around here, now coming back to my front and move to the side. Stepping through. Not going to the elbow just slightly hit from there. That. It's like my own kind of training. See, blocking there because I feel the bag was coming in there. This heavy punch bag swinging back and forth. I'm thinking of it here now. I might stick my longer range now, palms and stuff. See, I'm learning more about my own training from this. I might step in. See, I might come from this angle. Here, I'm stepping from this angle. See, I might come from here. I might go in a closer angle now. My Wing Chun in a closer range. That's a good kind of training you can also do. You know what I'm trying to say, yeah? See, I'm working all these kind of methods. We started off talking about locks and stuff, but we couldn't help it, could we? We couldn't help, you know, we couldn't help talking about the flow of everything and the route and coming into strike and how to work against different angles. Someone comes at you and say, you just go out here, strike. Basic stuff, you can't see me, block, boom. It's the basic like karate almost, or hooking. Now, so it's coming from this angle there, hit to the gut, I might go a lower block here, covering, or open like that, hit low. See? So anyone comes to tap me from here, elbow maybe against the hands or against the elbow, whatever, coming in, wow. Comes to tap me here, just grab this, or come with an elbow. Bam, see, comes that elbow in, or strike him. I trap that, then he comes to grab my elbow, I'll grab his hand in, or just open up again, push over the top. Bring that down, so I can't just grab my elbow there, I might come over there, just knock it down with my arm, strike there. Go from there, someone trying to grab me from here. Don't try and follow it, your back's open, your arse is open. Turn around there, you know. You can work these techniques, I'm just saying though, you know, you'd rather be turning to here, but don't be controlling in there and your groin's open. And he steps on my foot, or he kicks me for the groin or the legs, or gut, you know what I'm saying? Maybe face, maybe the back of my head, you got eyes in the back of your head. You'll see it's like, you're hanging here, turns attack me, grabbing with his wrist, his right hand, he's grabbing with his right hand from there. I turn around, see, I want to make my foot's over here, this guy, and I see his foot there. I can throw a low kick through enough first. I want to make sure I get away from the two hands and two legs, so I'm going from there. Boom, my knee's guarding against, I can go in a bit, step against his foot, or step right in if I have a chance, not into an elbow, control that hand, and throw him down. If he's grabbing my two hands and I can't get into some kind of neck throw or hip throw, what can I do? I feel the flow. As long as he's holding me. So that he's soft enough, I can't be too tense because he's holding me and he's trying to control my arms in one direction. If he suddenly lets go when I'm following his flow and he lets go and strikes me, I've got to be able to come back to block and guard against that in some way or another. With a higher lower level, see? In or out. So I think in martial arts, really, you know, in or out, and high or low. Right? Basically, right? The basic principles. You know, I did straight and rounded, fair enough, big, small, hard, soft, yeah, but I'm saying, right? Ranges, angles, become your opponent. You know, but I'm saying, the thing is, like you see, if this guy didn't grab me so strongly to attack me, I just feel that. So I'm not going to twist that way. And there's another guy here going to knock me out. I'll go with the flow wherever I can do. If I feel he's coming in, if I can twist that way, if I can, I'll do that. So I put him between me and the other opponent, move away so I can see them. Don't fall off a high building and run into a road on fire or broken glass. Make sure you can put yourself in between so you can steal your opponent's doorway. So when you're doing these moves, looking at the circle, whatever you're doing, or when you're doing any fancy martial arts, whatever you're training, remember that you're training like there's a back to a wall almost, so you can see everything, all the openings in life, so you can see all your opponents. Don't put yourself in the middle purposely in front of all your opponents. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm basically saying. So the opponent's coming at you. You know, I hope this is I hope this is interesting for you. I really hope so. I'm going to put this on a flip viewer as well. It's going to save lives hopefully, and it's some training, you know. So if you're there though, your opponent's there, you're going to make sure that it's very subtle and very simple. So the opponent's coming at you, see? And I've just forgotten where I was at there, but you know what I'm saying, there are just basic blocks and stuff. So someone comes at you trying to attack you, if they're trying to hold you and wrestle your arms, that's what I'm saying, see? Sort of pull your push, you just go with the flow. He's pulling that arm in, I go in with that arm. He's pushing that one, he's pulling that, I go in with that one. The whole body into it, always coming down there, that a mile away, try and work your way in. He's grabbing my elbow, my hand comes in. He's pulling my hand down. I'm not going to go from a mile away, try to elbow him, as he's pulling that. I immediately come in, this hand's guarding high, as the elbow's coming in, protect in case he hits me. Or this hand's blocking low, maybe, this is going up, and he's only going up and then I can turn around. So you can't leave that elbow too high and drop it, so you've got to control that. You go there. If I start reaching down, you can pull that down, see? My hand's like this, I'm twisted up, so you can step behind me here. You can throw me down. So you've got to understand all these different flows, which I'm trying to say. When you see me doing like free flows and stuff, you've got to understand I'm trying to feel my alignment of my body. When you understand the bad position of an opponent, his open areas and you've got to think of it in your mind, there's an opponent there, and what's he doing, and how can you react to that, and then where are you open? Put yourself in the position of the opponent, like you're trying to attack someone, you're trying to push someone, pull someone. How would you be off balance? If you just do it naturally, even with some martial arts skill or without, but you're just looking at the whole position and seeing, okay, I'm open here, what can I do? My arm here, here, right? You can come around here, take me down with your forearm, around my neck, right? If I fall down, when I've gone down, what are you going to do? Punch me? No, just step on me. I'm not saying do it, but you see what I'm trying to say though. So if I just grab my arm, I just grab his. Take that weight shot to the body. So from this side, I'll cover that. Bam! You just grab me, I grab his. Because pulling my hair, I might raise it up. You might still be holding on to it. I'll do that to surprise you and slap in the face when it hits in the groin. Punch him with full speed, go to the face, the elbow. As he lets go, he goes like that. Goes in, see? Grabs the arm. Keep striking there, so keep all at it until he goes, see? Then whatever it could be, as he's going, he's falling down, see? You move that. If he doesn't want to go up, you feel him start to go down, you immediately go down. But go with the flow. And always make sure, so you've got one hand free, maybe let's take a strike. If he's going down, you can strike up. Elbow from either side from the elbow. Practice standing there, doing the exercise, say for your wrists, for your waist and all that. See? And then the same with the elbow, be very soft, the elbow. Hit 3 o'clock, hit 9 o'clock. Coming in, pulling, rooted in your hand as well, sometimes. See? The ball, see here, see? There, see? Elbow from here, elbow from here, see? Elbow from here. So I'm holding a ball to here. Grab his hand, strike low here, bring that over, come here, or palm or elbow from here. My knee in, then not like that. Bring this into it. Hips do the work. Okay, see? Go low, see? See? Coming in here, see? See, I'm covering that line there, simple line, see? See here. Look at the line here now, that's how I teach you the same example, but so I'm saying though, all these lines everywhere, it's like a clock, but I'm saying, you've got different ranges. You can imagine like a small circle within this, and I'm fighting in that small circle. In fact, there is a bit of a mark here as well. And then you've got a long circle, which is there, a longer wedge. So that's what I'm trying to basically say to you. It's like a clock. And you're standing with it like a sphere almost. It's like a sphere, you can see all the different angles and levels. So you can now might have your palms in from there. Or from there, I might come from the back there. I might do a lock, or a block, an arm lock, whatever it's going to be, or a strike out from there, see? Anything you want to do, you can do. Practice, see, I might do a palm there, I might do all those fancy things, I might block a bit of high circular block. Lock and palm, see, whatever it's going to be. I might do different things. I might do a block and a strike, palm block and a strike, block and a strike. Okay. Do it and then you work all your different flows and you start to understand more about the stances. Because yeah, you do have big stances like this, like the Gongula or the Marlboro there, you do have that. But they're used for different things, is what I'm saying. Okay. Other things you might have things like this, we got more weight on the back leg, see? Or two like that. Or Wing Chun and stuff. Above what? That's what I'm saying. So you've got different kind of route, different kind of stances basically you're standing there. So when you're doing a technique, if you're doing Wing Chun basically, usually you'll have this very centered technique, you have very simple technique. You see when you're there, I might have a technique there, you might come from there, I might go from there, strike from there, I might go from there. So you might come from there, I might go from there, straight away, or there. You might go for a double block. So Wing Chun, you're more centered, as I say. More centered. When you do it on the center line. You kind of might go in for a chop from there. I might go from here, I might go from there, see, I might go from there. It's very, very direct when you're doing it. See, from there, very direct. Me is in always, you go do it all the time, see. And you're not just doing it for show, you feel the line as you're going in. I might step through here, see, I might go from here. You can't really show it, you know what I'm trying to say? It's got to be like, this is already there, it's got to be already on the line. You've got to feel as you're going. But then, when you go into a longer range, when you start to do the softer move, you might feel, like if you're coming with a very big technique, you might feel what's happening. Even my hand might be on the inside. There, I might use my shoulder against the elbow, say from here. I might from here. This is against that one as well at the same time as I say. I might step through there. I might push that arm away there, see? I can kick. You don't leave your ass open when you're doing that. So you might even strike your here at the same time as you're doing all that, like you're smacking the face. So you've got to be very natural. You can't be going like that and trying to do some fancy movement. You've got to be very natural, just coming. And it's like, you don't do it, you don't do anything, you just feel what it's going to do. People looking at me. And when someone's coming at you, really the basic thing is when they're coming at you, you just feel the line, okay? So when they come and attack you, you just feel the line. You can't really show it. You just stand there, and it's like, if it's going to grab you, let's say, you just feel it. You know, you grab your elbow, you just feel it. You get your hand here, you go with your elbow. And you go there, if you're reaching so low like that, it hits you in the face. So you just feel the line. It's not like you can just show it. Like sometimes when I'm with my students, sometimes the students say to me like, oh, you know, Wing Chun, yeah, can you show me something? And it's like, haha, do you know Bruce Lee? And that really big strong boys, you know, and they think it's like funny. But it's like, I can't show you. Maybe you're a very strong person yourself, maybe you have got a lot of experience. But the most important thing is you just feel your balance in life. So I want to say hello to Demsley. Hi Demsley, if you're watching. My bro, my friend, okay, was talking about locks, like wrist locks and stuff. It's the same thing. You don't always say that you're going to make it, like you're going to do something on someone. You just got to feel when they're coming, okay? It's like I can do it all day. I can stand here and do this and tell you, you know, when you stand there, you do this. Someone punches, you do a block, you do a strike. You know, you stick into a technique. You get them into a lock. You go into there. You go into a parry from there. You go to the crane, wherever you yeah. Same thing. I can tell you whatever. Don't go from there. You push wherever it's going to be. You might. I can tell you that going to the elbow from there. Wherever it's going to be. This one again. I can tell you someone's coming from that side. You go from that side. Or again, I tell you the same thing. I'm over this side. And over this one, push me off my arsehole. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's no use to you if you're some big tough guy and you like knocking people out. You have to feel it yourself. You have to train with someone and feel. When someone goes, when it's going, you've got to feel the angle. So when they come, you've got to feel how to go in. If you're open, you've got no children in the morning because they kick your balls in. So you've got to know how to feel it. And if you're reaching out like that, and it's at a long range, you just pull, or just doing some fancy move in a long, you just pull your balance. So it's not for show when you're doing it. That's the point. But I'm not happy, so I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to stop this video here. Very long video, okay? I thank you very much again. So just The best teacher is yourself, is nature.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Is yourself. Are you part of nature? Is the question. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.